So fundamentally, we believe knowledge is a human right. And we want to make this type of experiential learning available, accessible, and affordable for everybody. I call it Human 2.0. Today, we all have this. 7 billion of us, and I can make a bet that all of you in this room have a mobile phone. We already have given up 30% of our cortex resides in this. But this is just the beginning. Once we reach something like Human 2.0, if I take this away from you, you probably will undergo a psychosis. It's gonna be indispensable. So I would like to talk about that journey. Now, obviously, we are a small company, although we are the leader in this field. So we can tackle all the questions. We focus on one thing and one thing only: knowledge transfer. Learning, training, and performing. And how we can help organizations, schools, companies, governments to do just that. So let's be very specific. What does that entail? So we can take any book that you can think of, and in fact, I'll demonstrate that, and I can convert that book into an immersive experience, an experience that you can see the book here, that has a 3D environment, has an avatar, and can show you and tell you things about that topic, guide you and assist you through a number of steps. So that's what we call learn, but we can also do very practical things. My background is simulators. I used to build simulator for defense and other purposes, and the entry ticket was $50 million. Aerospace has used this for 30 years plus, or 50 years in some cases. So my idea is, how do we take that simulator for an aircraft and shrink it for a simulator for your brake pads?
Welcome to the engagement space. The space helps you connect with the lesson topic through suggested questions. To remove the caliper during the brake process, follow the steps. 1. Locate the caliper.
So the idea is that it's gonna take you through a demonstration phase and show you step by step what you need to do, and then it's up to you to do it. And then after you do it, it's gonna watch every step you do, every step you make, and give you what you did right and what you did wrong and what you could have done instead. So we are tracking everything you do. Okay. So then you learn, you train, but eventually you do this for a purpose, right? You want to perform, and eventually you're going to end up in the real reality, and you may not remember 5 years later what were the steps, what did you need to do, and that's when perform comes in. So you can use your phone, swipe your phone. Let's say this is a nuclear power plant, and I have to do a shutdown procedure. There's 54 steps. I don't remember them. So the avatar will jump in, show me, tell me, guide me, and assist me through that process. And most people think about this in glasses, but you don't need glasses. Okay. So this sounds very theoretical, so and a little bit glossy. So why don't we do something concrete? Let's do something. So let's right now, right here, do a course together. We'll start with that. And I need volunteers to let me know what we should create. Any ideas? Anything?
Avionics.
Avionics. So what? It's too broad. So let's start avionics. I like that. Okay, avionics. Okay, so what is it we're gonna see? 4 things. We're gonna see the lecture. We're gonna see the engagement. We're gonna see the assessment. We're gonna see a skill simulator of avionics. And last, we're gonna be evaluated.
You're in edit mode for introduction to avionics systems.
Okay, so she's here. Let me just see. So I have my avionics system.
I'm your AI guy. You can ask me anything.
And you notice that we have avionics system. It's not Romania, but it looks pretty good. And I can interact with this one. I can actually have a look and see what's going on here. And let's say, do you like it, or should we switch it to an F-16? Let's go to an F16. So not only do we rely on AI, we can immediately change as humans everything we want. Let's say we like that, we publish that, we save it. Okay, so now we can start the course. So all I have to do is to click on start. We'll put it here.
Hello. This is an experience of introduction to avionics systems.
And we have a pretty big aircraft here. We just make it a bit.
Next, I will explain to you about communication radio.
You can see that it generated a number of things here. I can read about navigation systems.
Begin by exploring the fundamentals of avionics systems and components, focusing on their integration and functionality. Understand the role of power systems in maintaining operational efficiency. Transition to display systems.
And it will take me through a number of steps. It will take me through step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. It's a 1-hour lesson that was generated in less than 1 minute. Okay, so we're going to see a little bit more details later, but I think that kind of gives you an orientation around this technology. Okay, so on that note, let's look at what's new now that you understand the background. So let's have a look at the first one. And this is all about how I can take any model and ensure that it identifies all the components. In order to do a real simulation, right, you need to understand what you have in front of you. Not only which components is what, but what do they do. And up to now, until recently, EON had 36 million assets like this, but only about 10% had annotations, because it used to take us half an hour to 45 minutes to create the annotation. Plus, you need to have an expert that actually knows what that specific thing, which was a huge issue and time consuming. With this version that we just released today, all our 36 million assets are generated by AI. And that enables you to do a number of things. We are talking about simulators. So we are talking about one type of simulator, and I showed you this type of simulator here. This one is the aircraft simulator, right? Or let me take you to a creative simulator. You have an engine, a V8, and you have to optimize it. And now you have to come up with a new engine with certain parameters. There's no right and wrong, right? You have to be creative. And how do you integrate that creative simulator? We can do that. And there's Explorator Simulator. You want to explore the solar system, right? How do you explore that? So we have 4 simulators here that are coming around. Okay. One-click creation. Let's say I got the AI to do stuff for me, but I don't like what I see. I want something different. Okay.
Mount Everest, the Earth's highest peak, stands at 8,848 meters. Located in the Himalayas, it straddles the border between Nepal and Tibet Autonomous Region of China.
So now I say, I don't like this. I want something different.
Let's describe the 360 environment you want to create.
I'd like to be in an open, quiet, clean beach with a massive sand castle right in front of me.
About 10 seconds later, voila. You are in Laguna Beach, California, and there's a massive sandcastle in front of you.
In the middle of outer space, with many planets and spaceships around.
Your kids don't have to imagine. They can do it. Be creative. Now, this is cool, but someone thinks in the back of their mind, yeah. But what's that to do with my thing, right? So let me talk about something specific. Let's say you want to create an application for heart anatomy. So I click heart anatomy. It generates the application, exactly what I showed you a second ago. And I look at it, so it looks, oh my God, it looks so boring. Look at this picture. And I don't like the library.
Include details like the settings, mood, colors, objects, or specific features you'd like included.
So I want to change the library. I want to change the
I would
heart.
like to have an open space heart surgery lab.
And I want to change everything. The 2D, the 3D. One click. Everything changed. Okay, so then someone thinks, okay, that's still theoretical. What if I am president of Singapore and the minister of education? He said, we don't want you to present this in a generic environment. We want you to present this in our environment with our machineries. This is what happened.
Explain about the hoisting rope and all components it is connected to.
Their elevator with their data. So what does that mean? It means that if you have we just signed a contract with Emirates Steel, we signed a contract with Roche, we are in talks with automobile companies. In your case, in Kenya, we work with Kenya Airlines. They want to do their things, right? Not generic things, not AI things. So what we can do now with one click is put their data. Be very specific. So that's the beauty of what you're saying right there. Okay, so now let's switch gears to something fun. Okay, so this one is called the TeachMentor. So a lot of people look at this and are fearsome. So let me explain the concept first.
Welcome to the future of learning. Imagine education that's immersive and tailored just for you. Introducing SmartReality, a revolutionary app that transforms your course materials into dynamic, interactive experiences instantly.
Hello, I'm your SmartReality mentor. What would you like to learn about today?
I'd like to learn about jet engines.
Great choice. Let's dive into the world of jet engines.
Please explain how all those components work together.
So instead of a user interface, you clone yourself. So let me clone myself now. And by the way, if you want to talk with me, you can 24/7 at on our webpage. And it's let's see how he responds. This gentleman. There we go. I'm gonna ask
Dan Lejerskar. It seems like you're gearing up to ask something. I'm all ears. What's on your mind?
My question to you is about give me the three phases of artificial intelligence, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, what's going to happen in the next 8 years.
Phase 1 is where we are now, AI as a tool. It analyzes data, automates tasks, and supports decision-making, but it's still dependent on human input. Phase 2, which we're entering, is AI as a collaborator. Here, AI becomes more intuitive, engaging in real-time conversations, recognizing environments, and even creating, think of it as a co-pilot for creativity and problem-solving. Phase 3, by the end of this decade, will be AI as an autonomous innovator. It will not only assist, but also anticipate needs, adapt to complex systems, and drive breakthroughs in ways we can't yet fully imagine.
So we are past the uncanny valley. There's a term in geeks know, but it's kind of human-like, but it's kind of creepy. It's close, but it makes you repulsive. So that's why they don't do a lot of movies. But now it's getting there with respect to voice, that it's very human-like. And I think human voice is very important for empathy and other things. One thing that people ask about, so you saw that we have a 360 bubble, but what's next after that? So we all know about.
I want to show you something insane that's currently in development in the world.
Okay, so let me just stop there. So what you see here is a 2D image that's generated based on a prompt, and this you see a 3D environment. So there's a number of companies. We work with 32 companies to achieve what you just saw previously. We work with our own technology, then we license a number of technologies from Google, from others, and this is called World Lab. It's a Stanford professor called Fei-Fei Li. Google has a technology called Genie 2. And what are we doing now? And this is the next release. It's not released now. You have to give us a month or two. is the ability to create fully immersive worlds. So fully realistic avatars, fully realistic voices, fully realistic 3D environments, multiple avatars, hard skills, soft skills. And we are not talking years, we are talking now.